Okay, check this out. So when I learned how to paint, I did a lot of landscape painting, and I still do. It's actually one of my favorite types of painting I do because it's kind of, it's not non-objective painting, it's not abstract. However, skies, right now what I'm working on, it's like an organic movement. So there's no proper lines, and so it's all about movement. And I'm going to show you how I work the large trowel knife here in the sky and work in clouds, because it's a good way to learn how to kind of use the knife and flow with the knife and work with this heavy texture. So like basically, I'm just right now playing around, moving paint across. And so right now, if I was practicing to learn how to use this knife, I'm just practicing with sky paint here. And it's just like really liberating. And I'm kind of just working with a circular flow here, kind of like showing a wind pattern. So it's just really loose, and there's no way to really do it wrong. However, I like to work in certain patterns. I always like to work on this kind of circular pattern. But right now, I just loosely did that, and it's looking like a sky. But the key is just hover slightly, not pushing down like that. So you start dragging the paint off. I got my knife just tilted a little bit, and I'm just pushing paint to one side, from one side to the other. So if you kind of just practice that stroke, you kind of just get the rhythm, and I'm holding the knife and I'm just kind of pushing it like this, just like that. Here, this is the angle I'm mostly always working at, and I'm usually pushing out this way on the bottom of the knife. I'm gonna pull this down a little bit, and I'm gonna switch it back this way and swoop it up. And so that's just a nice pattern there. I hit a little too tight there, but not a big deal. And now I've got all this leftover paint on here. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna drag it, just hovering over the top ever so lightly. It has a really nice flow pattern right there. Painting clouds is just a nice meditative way to just work the knife, just learning how to work the knife and moving paint around. And so like I said, if you mess this up, just mix it all back in. But you don't have to do that. You know, it's like skies are always different colors all times of day, wherever you are. So it doesn't really matter, and that's what's kind of liberating. I feel that, you know, when you get wins in painting, when you get something, you do it really well, it encourages you to want to keep doing more. And this is one of those where you can make a nice sky and you're going to get a win, guaranteed. Swooping it down, swooping it up. This is another key right here. You see how that just worked? I get excited when that happens because you can't really do that like intentionally, it just kind of happens on its own. And I love the way that has these nice lines here and the way that little dollop fell off there. So I'm not going to touch that. I want that to dry just like that. And if I can get that little drop to dry like that, I'm going to be really excited. And this leftover paint here, I'm just going to hover it over and put it back on the canvas. And I'm going to try and leave that cloud there that just happened that way with that nice, looks like a wave.